Be it known that time will tell the story of what has transpired here on the earthly plane when all seems to be riddled in chaos and confusion. But we tell you unequivocally that these things are wrapped in garments of distress and purgation to alarm and dissuade the children of earth to subsequently give up their freedoms willfully and succumb to treasonous procedures that will ensnare them for future generations to come. It is not likely that these measures will erupt at random, but rather carefully planned ideals that will include the foregoing of conscious attempts at recognizing others from a distance, the mask, the allegorical means of getting into play that which will forever ensnare those who succumb to its means. Without question, we say to those who hear us, gather your strength, wisdom, and righteous thoughts among you, for you will need them in the coming months. Do not be betrayed by policy thinkers who would like to do your work for you. It is irrelevant. What is to come will defy your beliefs and render you inconsequential in the scheme of things unless and until you foresee what is right before your eyes. Without notice, we say to you it will spark a chord in the deepest of the psyche that all is being lost at a rapid rate. It is inconsequential that these things occur here, now, and everywhere, for this was all construed long before most were born. However, we say to you there are thoughts among you all that can undo what is about to come forth. Heed what we say, as it is inevitable that those lost will remain lost, never to find their way home during this time. Affronts will be made on all levels, not just personal and isolated. We see this occurring rapidly with the full force of the wind on your back, beckoning you to turn and see what has been done to your planet. Without this, time will freeze and become a monotony of ventures for all except those at the top of the pyramid. Let it be said foremost and fully, these things perish with the light of knowledge and the forbearance to see them through. Now is the time to act, to put your best foot forward and re-establish a suitable form of governance for yourselves and all. It behooves no one to stand idle, waiting for the great escape that will never appear before you. Your choices render your reality, not the other way around. It seems, in spite of the best efforts of a few, that all causes are lost and upheaval imminent. We say to you, yes, that is the case, but take your stand in the forefront of the eyes of God to instill that which you know to be good, and stand by that. It matters not what is seen in the forefront of things that will come to pass. More importantly is the attitude with which you face the demise of all that which reflects your insecurities. Stand strong and see through them for what they are, illusions of self-defeat, all wrapped up to resemble the finest of all the goblets of sanctions held against you in this world. It goes without saying, those among you who see beyond the disguise of terror written on your planet will do well to consider affording others of the light, piercing that which binds them into submission and a carefree attitude of living here at this time. It is time to envelop the world in sanity of heart and strength of freedom, without which all will vanish before your eyes, that which is cherished most of all and which cannot be recovered. It goes without saying, among those who purport the rising of the nebulous one, there can be no consequences until that time when what is heard, said, and done envelops the righteous cause for all. Bear in mind, without total commitment there can be no victory, and self-abuse is no excuse for the multitude of things destined here, and in the hereafter. The soul's choice to embark here is detrimental when encouraged to bypass all that is. We know this to be true, and to ensnare those most active will be the result.